All right, so the Flyers announced today that they have signed for Bobby Brink, fresh off his national championship win with Denver, to a 3-year entry-level contract. And Brink, who obviously had a really good year with Denver this past year, was a finalist for the Hobie Baker. And again, he's one of them guys where I covered Brink back in the World Juniors, and he kind of played that third line role, and he was one of them guys where pretty good defensively, saw some power play time, can play special teams, good defensive winger, can play offense, and overall he's just a very well rounded winger. Again, this past year, like I talked about, 41 games played, 14 goals, 43 assists for 57 points. He was a plus 27 this year. Denver was an absolute wagon. They ended up winning the championship. And again, Brink gets the 3-year ELC. Cates and Attard get the 2-year, and that's mainly because those guys are both 23 years old. Brink is only 20, so this is after his junior year in college, so he doesn't finish college. He's going to go straight to the pros, and again, he's one of them guys that really can help the Flyers. So my guess is that Brink, I thought this from the beginning that he was going to come up and play for the Flyers. Again, it starts this season. And just to read that over as well. So the Philadelphia Flyers announced today that they have signed for Bobby Brink, the club's second-round pick, 34th overall, the 2019 NHL entry draft, a 3-year entry-level contract that will begin this season 21-22, according to President of Hockey Operations and General Manager Chuck Fletcher. Chuck said, "We're very excited to have Bobby under contract after an outstanding outstanding career in college hockey that concluded with a national championship." Apparently, I can't speak. Said Fletcher, Bobby possesses a high compete level combined with terrific hockey sense and offensive skill that has led him to succeed at every level he has played in his young career. And again, he's a smaller right-handed winger that can shoot, play power play. He's pretty good defensively. He can throw the weight around at times, and overall. Again, he's not. Again, I should rephrase that. He's not really known for hitting, but he certainly is. He can definitely stick up for himself. But again, I covered Brink, and he played that third line role in the World Juniors, and he was just one of them guys that was always kind of did his job. Was kind of always in that good role. And overall, he's just a really well rounded player. So again, the Flyers announced today that they loaned Hayden Hodgson to back the Phantoms. So my guess is that he would come in for Hodgson, because I had a debate with this on Twitter earlier with somebody, and I was kind of talking about it. Like, my guess is he comes in for Hodgson, because if I'm looking at the lines from last night's game against Anaheim, you have Hodgson with Walton and Atkinson, Cates, Hayes, Tippett, then Reamsdyke, Frost, Konechny, Lindblom, Thompson, and Brown. I don't know who else you're taking out. And my guess is if McEwen still isn't ready to go, then Hodgson comes out, Brink would go in. I don't know, though. I really don't know who the other option is out of all of that. If the Flyers were to go a different route, Thompson, I don't know if that would make much sense, because you brought him back to play to get games in because of the injury. Brown, I don't know if that would make sense. That would probably be the only other option, but I don't see that happening. I just don't. I mean, it's just a kind of why. Like, I just don't know why you'd want to sit Brown if you already took out Hodgson. And then, I mean, unless McEwen's ready to go, and obviously you have Farabee, who was sick, so he has to come in. But if Farabee isn't ready to go, and he's still dealing with the illness, then my guess is Hodgson's coming out and Brink is slipping into that spot. So, if anything, if there's a guy that I'd like to see Brink put with, it would probably be Lawton. I think that could suit Lawton a lot. I think Frost has some pretty good chemistry with Konechny. You keep him with some NHL veterans. I think Brink would work with Atkinson as well. So I think you could actually keep that line together and just let Brink into that. I don't think the Flyers are going to break up the Cates, Hayes, and Tippett line. They've looked really good since it's been put together. They've also scored a couple goals, and same thing with Frost. I know he's kind of jumped around and stuff, but again, it's great that the Flyers did this, because Brink is coming off a great year. He was one of the 3 finalists for the Hobie Baker, as he said. First team All-American in the West, NCHC Player of the Year, Forward of the Year as well for the All NCHC First Team. So again, he had a really strong season, and overall, it's great to see that because he's one of them guys that I personally have kind of followed for a little bit, and he's one of them guys. He's got a good shot. He can pass. He can play power play. He can play special teams. So we'll see what happens. But overall, I think it's really good to see that. I honestly didn't think it was going to happen. I was honestly thinking if Denver ended up losing, it probably would have went back his senior year, but I don't know. But they ended up winning, and now he's a Flyer. So we'll see what happens. Let me know your guys' thoughts below. Remember, Garrett Group Construction and SeatGeek. You can check them out in the description as well. Thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you all again soon.